talk about this AJ situation real quick, bro. Let's King Hurts behind me real quick. Let's talk about this for a quick moment, dog, because I got the audio. I'm trying to use StreamYard. StreamYard is fucking whack. Fuck StreamYard right now, right? So listen to AJ's press conference, man. Let's listen to this lobby. Since StreamYard won't cooperate with a brother tonight, so I'm just gonna do it from my tablet, right? It's all the same thing, right? As long as y'all can hear me good. Right. Let's deal with this because I hear what people saying. I'm reading the comments and I'm seeing people, we need the fire, we need this, we need that. I understand it. I hope this doesn't turn negative. I really have a feeling like this is going to turn into a negative thing going into this game. We're going to lose our mojo. I really do feel like that. We're coming off such a galvanizing, big time win against the Green Bay Packers, a tough defense. I think there's still some opportunities left on the field, right? But I don't think this is the way to go about it, bro. I'm sorry. Let's hear what AJ was talking about today, man. Let's hear it, bro. Let's sit the ad first real quick. Let this ad get finished and we're going to talk about it. Leave a comment. I try to do the StreamYard thing. I can't fuck with it, bro. I'm sorry. I just can't. Let's listen to AJ.
On the stream that have been making the rounds, was there any perspective or explanation that maybe you wanted to give everyone for some context behind those comments?
Which content? Which comments are you referring to?
I believe it was a Twitch stream where you said you alluded to the fact that you weren't totally happy or things weren't going well work-wise.
Yeah. I think
So he's on the stream with a Washington Commanders fan. The dude asked him how he doing. And he's has to just bring it up. Everything else is a shit show. Like, what did we like? Oh my god, bro.
I think that's fair. I think if you got eyes, you can see that. You know, the same things I've been saying like all season. You know, so me making light of my situation on Twitch with my friend. You know,
Thanks, DRZ.
that's something I'm not apologizing for. You know, because like I said, if you got eyes, you can see that. And so that's me trying to like laugh through my situation.
Oz, we can see what? Oz, we can see what, bro? What are we talking about? What? I had the numbers up here, right? I was just looking. I'm looking at the offensive performances, and I'm just trying to say, okay, what's so? All right, let's go to the passing game versus the Rams, 226 yards. Tampa Bay, 130 yards. Denver, 280. The Giants, 283. Minnesota, 326. New York, 170. Green Bay, 183. What are we talking about? A 7-2 record. I don't care what JB said. The commies fan did that shit on purpose. There's a question. Yeah. We'll get to that. I agree with you. And it's like he set AJ up, but AJ's a certain type of people. I know people like AJ, and that's just the type of person that he is, or whatever the case may be, right? But let's keep going.
So like, yeah.
How do you see your situation?
How do I see my situation?
What situation do you specifically?
You know, trying to figure it out, trying to get this thing rolling, trying to help. You know, so.
Yeah, so, AJ, this past game, you had been only targeted in the first two drives, and you got that. It took until like the final minute for that play. Why do you think it just never came your way after that?
No, that's a question I can't answer. You know, I think, like I said, I think that's fair. You know, I see that the offense struggling, and I want to help contribute. You know, and I didn't get those opportunities, and so I'm gonna have a problem with that, especially the player I am, and especially the player
they taking you out the game, bro, and your quarterback's going to another target. He's doing what he got to do to fucking win the game. That's what's going on. That's what good teams do. They're going to take away your best target and you have to go to someone else. It's not, oh, I'm being clouded, I'm being bracketed and force feed you the fucking football, nigga. That's not the way it go. So what? You can have your fucking catches? This nigga the fuck up out of here, man. Let me finish, man. I can't do this shit, bro. This dude, bro. Come on, let's keep going.
You want me to be as a player.
I'm gonna let it
you know,
roll.
And I'm that's tough for me, you know, and that's tough for everybody else because everybody want to contribute. You know, even Smith said somebody had to make the play. So we're trying to put ourselves in the best situation to make those plays. You know, you just got to get an opportunity. I didn't get that.
And when the defense that we're hearing is that, well, you know, you're opening things up for all the guys, and we know that. But you see around the league, you know, hey, JJ gets doubled, Jamar gets doubled. They still find a way to get those guys high volume targets. Meanwhile,
None of them niggas going to the playoffs.
Not. So I think that's why people are questioning. You look at the numbers.
Yeah, like I said, I think if you got eyes, you can see that. I mean, it's not about what those other guys get. And for me, like I said, man, it's not about targets, man. It's about just want to contribute, want to help. You know,
It is about targets.
Comments that you made.
Damn, let me go back. Look how much of a contradictory statement that is. It's not about targets. You want to contribute and help. You ain't contributing and helping when Saquon ran that 40-yard and you was blocking. You didn't contribute when Jalen Hurts faded the ball and threw the ball to Smitty for the game-winning touchdown. You didn't contribute when you're, taking a whole side of the field up where you got 2 or 3 guys worried about you. That's contributing, dog. If I'm a guard or a tackle and I make a crackback block or I make a block for somebody to score a touchdown or do whatever, I get in the way, anything, right? I'm contributing. Just say you want the fucking football. Just say you want your football and you want it, be a part of the game plan. I get it, but some weeks you're going to have teams that are going to take you away. Teams are doing 2 things. We're not going to let A.J. Brown beat us. 1. 2, we're not going to let Saquon beat us. So as a result, you have Smitty having a damn near career year, almost 700 yards. You got Goddard with the most touchdowns that he's ever had, right? And you got Jalen Hurts playing at a very elite level. He just threw 4, 280, 283, 326 prior, and then 180 against the Giants, which was a fucking blowout win. What are we talking about? Bro, well, we got a big game against the Detroit Lions, and all we worried about is you. If you got an issue, nigga, say it behind closed doors. Jakey Rondo ain't got to know that. Have this passion in the fucking meetings. We ain't got to know that. If I got an issue with my family, I don't got to tell the fucking world. That's whole shit to me. Hold that shit, yo. Me to come, yeah, man, we got some things to work on, but I can't wait to get back with my guys and work on it, man. Obviously, I get it. Things are not going the way I want things to go, but we gonna get this shit right. I'm committed to doing it. Next question. All this passive aggressive pussy shit, you talking to me, you little tweets, using me but not using me. That's bitch shit, man. That's like you get into a fight with your girl, she start leaving shit on the internet and shit. You know what I mean? Little remarks on the internet. I can't fuck with it, bro. I just can't, bro. I can't, bro. We going against the Detroit Lions, a fucking juggernaut team that wants to come take our shit, and all we could talk about is this nigga crying and shit. Every fucking week he got something to say. Nigga, shut your ass up, man. Tired of this dude, bro. And if we lose this fucking game, we get blown out the water. If this derails our season, this will be the reason. And that's what I fear is going to happen. I feel like, hope I'm wrong. Hopefully this galvanizes us. But I feel like this is going to fuck our season up. Because people in the locker room probably looking at him like he's a bitch. I get it. You know the passion. Nah, that's some bitch shit. Shut your ass up, nigga, and play football, man. If you got an issue with the team, we'll address it with the team. You got an issue with the coach, address it with the coach. What in the fuck is going to the media going to do? Nothing. You can't convince me going to the media is going to do a goddamn thing. You can't convince me. Not at all. Let's keep going.
I believe it was a Twitch.
That's tough for me, and that's tough for everybody else because everybody want to contribute. Even Smith said somebody had to make the play. So we're trying to put ourselves in the best situation to make those plays. You know, you just got to get an opportunity. I didn't get that.
Facts,
And one of the
DRZ.
defense that we're hearing is that, well, you know, you're opening things up for all the guys, and we know that. But you see around the league, you know, hey, JJ gets doubled, Kamar gets doubled.
I already got that part. Let me go past that.
Me freeing up the play for Devontae, I don't have a problem with that, man. Like, I want to see my team win. I want to see the offense thriving, passing, you know. Yes, I dictate the cover. That's every single week. You know, if you look back on film, every single game, I'm getting clouded. There's no surprise. When we play Detroit on Sunday night, they play a lot of man. I'm pretty sure they're going to cloud me. That's just what comes with it, you know. And you even look back at a Denver game, playing against the best corner in the game. They started going one-on-one. I started winning. End of the game, cloud. That's just what it's going to be for me. So, like, I think it's fair for me to even say, like, I feel like we do need to do a better job of creating for me, trying to help
Me,
put
me,
in
me, me,
situations
me,
to
me,
help,
me.
to, you know what I'm saying, to contribute. But right now, it just feels as if, you know, I'm just bringing it up for everybody.
What do you think it is?
I can't answer that.
Do you voice that to the coaching staff, and how does that process go?
Yeah. Like I said, that's been a nonstop communication. We both been talking and trying to get on the same page. So
Do you think the answers are there to get you over?
7-2.
do I think
This
the
team
answer
is
there?
7
I'm
and 2,
always
bro.
optimistic. You know, we always go into it with a great game plan, trying to do certain things, and I understand like how the game goes. You know, sometimes defense take it away. Sometimes, just hypothetically speaking, O-line may slip or fall or something and get pressure. You know, that's part of the game. You know, so.
AJ, specifically with Jalen, what have your conversations been like?
This was a set-up question too.
Some of the opportunities.
I'm surprised he ain't fall for the bait.
I'm always
They
just
say,
trying
"Oh, we
to
ain't even talk."
find ways to get better. You know, we watching film as a unit, as a group, and we just trying to talk about what we can do better in those situations.
AJ, how do you square your situation with the fact that team's 7-2?
It's not.
Look
It's
at
not
this.
just solely about my situation.
Now it ain't about your situation. You don't spend 5 minutes talking about your situation now. Right? It ain't about the situation. You spend 5 minutes bitching and moaning, complaining about getting targets. Meanwhile, your boy Smitty's eating. Meanwhile, everybody else is eating, finding ways to win. It's no coincidence. And I'm not saying this team's going to be better without AJ, but when he wasn't in that game, man, didn't it seem like they was more fired up, man? When we played the Giants. Like, didn't it seem like that? And I'm never going to sit up here and be a dumbass to say that this team is better with AJ. I understand this game, and I understand that because he's on the field, it opens up everything for everybody. This offense will be totally different without AJ. I understand that 100%. My only issue is him continuing to go to the media with it. That's my only. He's right about everything he's saying, but why go to the fucking media with it?
You know, and I think if we're really focusing on winning and doing our job, like, we can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over defense doing their job and getting us out of trouble. Like, at what point are we going to pick up our slack as an offense?
What point we gonna pick up our slack, bitch nigga? 283, 320, 179, 180. What the fuck are we talking about? 226, 150. Record 7-2. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You know how many teams will want to be in our position? Look at the Commanders. Look at the Giants. They can't fucking buy a win. What are you talking about? What are we talking? Just say, if I don't get my 5 to 6 targets, I don't get 70, 80, a couple touchdowns, this shit ain't going the way I want to go. You notice when he had big numbers, and it might be a loss, something like that, you notice he ain't say shit. Notice that. It seems to me that he'd rather have 10 for $150 and we lose, and he'll be straight. He'll crack a smile in the locker room. I don't like it, bro. There's nothing about this that I like. And hearing him, I'd rather him keep saying this little passive-aggressive shit online. Now when he speaks, it makes me even madder about the dude, bro. Because this is unnecessary. Like, you got a locker room that's trying to accomplish something great, and you're worried about your personal accomplishments because you're lying You saying you don't you're contributing. You're just not catching the football like you used to, but you're still contributing.
That we're so great, you know, and that's what I'm getting at. It's not about we're not winning or I don't care about winning. All I care about is snap the stat. No, it's
Yes.
week after week. Sometimes we're not contributing. We're not doing our job on offense. So you can't just keep slapping the Band-Aid over that and you expect to win late in the year. You think you're gonna go to it at the end of the year? It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You know. And last year, what it was. Thank you for the ring, but it's a new season. Yeah.
It happened last year. It happened because think about it, last year was just like this, but when they needed it, they were able to pull it out. Happened last year. The first game against Green Bay, it wasn't all crazy passing. The second game against the Rams, it was started snowing and shit. That wasn't all crazy. It wasn't to the NFC Championship game where we murdered the Commanders, left blood massacre all over the streets of Philly, chopped their head off, sent them back to DC, and then went and murdered Kansas City. 55 points and 40 points. It's there. We were down, 21 points to the Rams. We got that shit moving. Anytime, and when Jalen needed it, he got it going. Now, he missed Calcaterra, which should have been a touchdown. He got it to Smitty. When we need it, we get it. Maybe that last pass, AJ, if you try to, come back to the football, maybe that's a pass interference, bro. How about trying to fight for the football? Right? Again, I'm not the dude. I know how great this man is, AJ. I'll argue, if you look at videos on this channel, that he was the best wide receiver in the league. You just got to understand that teams, great defensive coordinators and great defenses, sometimes you're going to be eliminated. And it's only one football, my nigga. There's only one football to go around. There's only a certain amount of plays. So he's essentially saying, shit, I don't give a fuck what the defense is doing. Get me the football. Which I don't agree with. I agree with getting the football to the person that's going to make the play and whatever the game plan is to win. Okay, you want to put two people on AJ? I'm going to Smitty. Why would I throw into a double coverage and risk a tip ball or anything, an interception, a fumble, when I could just give it to the man wide open? It just don't make no sense. Don't make no sense to me. Let's keep going.
We have to adapt and we have to continue to get better and try to find new ways. So that's where the frustration comes in, because it's not about winning, you guys. I want to win, yes. I want to help contribute as well, do our thing on offense as well. I think that's fair.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you feel like you're misunderstood in that? People.
I don't care if I'm misunderstood. I stand up in front of it and fall on that sword over and over again. It's about doing what we're supposed to be doing on offense. And if we are really in this business for trying to get better, we got to do what we got to do. And not just say, oh, it's about wins. So as long as we got the win, it's cool. No, that ain't what. No, you cannot do that. Not in this league. We got to continue to get better.
How fucking stupid does that sound? That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, AJ. It's about getting the win. If that game was the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl, you won by 3, it's about just getting the win. It's not how it looks. It's about getting the win. You're going to come into a football game and you say, all right, this shit going to be a defensive battle today. So let's do what we got to do to win this shit. We're not going to turn the ball over, which we did. We still won, luckily. We're not going to do nothing stupid. Our defense is playing well. So let's put the pieces in place to win the game. That's smart coaching. Now, let's get this nigga the ball because he's crying like a little bitch. Let's make sure we get this guy 6 targets before he start fucking tweeting about playing Madden like a little ass kid. Playing video games and shit. Talking to the ops. Some Commanders fan and shit. What are we doing? Running your mouth, nigga? You running your mouth to this kid for? You have to offer that. I'm playing a video game. I'm not even worried about that football shit. I'm playing a video game. Yeah, And people watching and listening. Yeah, the family good, but everything else is a shit show. You want the attention, man. This guy want the attention to be on him, man. You want people to talk about him, bro. That's what he want. This is, I can't fuck with it, man. I'm the biggest Eagles fan, I'm the biggest AJ fan, but I'm for the logo, man. I'm for the logo. This is some hoe shit. We shouldn't even be talking about this. We should be talking about the Detroit Lions and what it takes to beat them. But we got to talk about him thinking that you're giving a spark to the team because of this or because of that. I just don't. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Do what we have to do on offense to help the defense, to help the special teams.
You talked when I asked you about the ball coming your way, you said you don't know why, but if you look at the film, look, we don't know what Jalen's directive is on every play, but there were obvious examples where you were wide open and the ball wasn't coming to you. Is that related to
Got you, DRZ.
first read, or is that he's not throwing the ball at you for some reason?
I don't think that's the case at all. You know, I think certain players have different reads. You know, despite what it looks like when somebody takes a screenshot, and you can't go out there. You know, that he has certain reads. He has a lot going on in his head that he's trying to process, and then also he has pressure in his face. So, like I said, I don't know. That maybe it's a question for him or KP. Anybody, so.
AJ, with the last one from with the stream, as you described as venting to your friend,
I didn't.
or I'm sorry, so hearing from back here, so you say you're talking to your friend.
Yeah.
So it's been a very public.
And think about it, like at the end of the day, think about this for a second. What you saying? I see what you're saying, DRZ. You got all these people out here, right? That be bigging you up, right? Think about this for a minute, Eagles fans and content creators. A guy like Lord Brunson, that's my guy right there, right? The best in this space, in my opinion, right? Now AJ did shout him out for the hats. What about an interview for my guy? What about an interview for these Eagle content creators? You want the motherfucking ops, nigga. Let's just keep it. I gotta keep it real. I'm sorry, man. No disrespect to Janky Rondo and what he got going on. Shout out, salute to him. I see your hustle and all of that. But all these Philly content creators that fucking go to bat for you, that take bullets for you, you can't go sit down with them and do an interview? Huh? That's something else we gotta talk about. That's what I would do. I'm gonna go show my man some love. I'm gonna go show my man love. He repping, he did. And again, I'm not speaking for nobody. I'm speaking for myself on this one. You can't go sit with my mans and them and let them go, do an interview. Let them help them pop their channel. Sit with them weekly or bi-weekly, start a little, you know what I mean? But you were a fucking Commanders fan and shit, talking shit about your team. You see how that shit just don't look right? Even if you came like on any one of these dudes' platforms or something like that and did it and talked to them, not the hat, the hating ass hats, not them hats, or not WIP. Fuck them dudes. I'm talking about grassroots content creators, real Eagles fans, not daddies. I know that they daddy made a company for them or something like that. Daddy boy shit, privileged, rich. Nah. I'm talking about people that got it from the fucking mud. Why don't you go sit with them and talk to them? But hey, that's your prerogative, right? That's your prerogative at the end of the day. Let's finish this joint, man.
Why are you comfortable in speaking that way? Did you think about that? Obviously, you end up in the space talking about it. Just curious why.
Because after the game, I said all the right answers. I still made a story. In that moment where I'm just talking to my friend, having fun with my friend, I'm not apologizing for that. Like I said, because if you have eyes, you can see that. And so, it's not that I was throwing anybody on the bus. I'm literally trying to laugh through this. This is tough. But I'm trying to make fun of it.
It's so fucking tough.
Try to get through it. So,
a multi-millionaire, just won a Super Bowl ring, got everything. You playing fucking video games while people worried about their car notes and shit, right? It's so fucking tough. You're 7-2. It's so fucking tough. Oh, this life. Oh, woe is me. Oh, woe is me. Shut the fuck up, AJ. Come on, man. You gotta call the bullshit out when you see it, family. All right, you ain't getting the ball for a few. Okay, it could be worse, man. There's a lot of other worse stuff going on in the world than some fucking AJ Brown worried about his catches and shit. $100 million man crying. Shut the fuck up, AJ. This shit is crazy. We gotta get, I don't want to say we got to get rid of him. I hope I don't have to go there, but I don't know, man. Let me finish this off, though. I'm done.
know, it is what it is, man.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
Appreciate you.
You know, they got.
All right, so that was it with Quinyon. Quinyon's coming up, and so that's my thoughts on the whole situation. I'm not gonna bite my tongue. I'm gonna give it to you just how I feel. I think it's some bullshit. I think it's some whole shit. I think I get if we're gonna get this from him, fine. I would love to see them just incorporate him into the game plan, right? Because he's a dynamic player at the end of the day, right? I'm not sitting up here saying that. A lot of shit that he's saying is 100% true. So if you really kind of break this down, what he's saying is he's not only pissed off at the play calling, he's pissed off that Jalen Hurts is not throwing it to him when he thinks he's perceived open, which is fair. That's 100% fair. I can't take that away from the man. I have no issue with none of that. My issue is the media. Don't bring. That's why Nick Saban, and you wonder why he didn't go to Alabama and shit. He went to sorry ass. What was that school out there? That weak ass school he went to. You know what I'm saying? Because if he went to the school of Saban or one of these other coaches, he knows that media is poison. That the media is the poison. Even the good praise and shit is the poison. So when you get, I used to love Andy Reid. They could be like 2-7. He's sitting there, red face, stoic, just dodging shit. I thought these dudes got media training. Ain't this dude a media major? Something like that. This dude was like a media major. He don't know how to answer questions. Me and my teammate, we could have just gotten to a bloody fucking brawl. And I could have blood dripping from my face. I would never let the media know. And that's how it should be. That's how tight the locker room should be. Fuck you dudes. When y'all leave out of here, we're going to get back to fighting and shit. We're going to get back to airing shit out. I'm in Jalen's face like, nigga, throw me the ball. That's what we're going to get back to. But you leave the media outside of what's going on. Keep them in the dark about what's going on inside your building. I don't care how it's weighing you down. Nigga, go see a therapist. Go get a massage. Go lift some weights. It's really weighing you down that much. And I get the mental health aspect of it and all of that shit, right? And rest in peace to the brother in Dallas or whatever. That's a whole nother thing. I'm not attacking that and none of that at the end of the day. But nigga, roll the fuck up. Understand that you're in Philly. You're not in fucking Tennessee no more. You're in Philadelphia, which is not only one of the biggest media markets, it's one of the most racist media markets. It's one of the most, full of shit media markets with the most full of shit reporters and content hosts that are looking for any, like, think about it, you in a video game talking and shit, and this shit went viral. But you got to understand they're looking, they're poking, they're prying, and they even going to the point where you got some people that now beginning to attack Jalen Hurts again. After we were just talking about Jalen Hurts being in the MVP conversation, you have people right now speaking as if this man can't read a defense. He sucks. Why is the offense this? Why is the offense this? I'm not concerned whatsoever. I'm not. I'm concerned about the AJ situation. I'm not concerned about the offense. Maybe that don't make any sense. But hopefully, in closing, this could galvanize the team. But if you had to ask me today, I think this is kind of the final straw, in my opinion. And as much as an Eagle fan that I am, this is going to be tough. I think it's going to be a tough ask, this game, for us to win this game because of the turmoil in the locker room. I don't think Nick can overcome this. I think this is going to be too much. I think the locker room is looking at this shit. I know some guys are looking at him probably like, all right, yeah. But some other guys looking at him like, yo, this dude's a hoe. I guarantee you that. Because if I was in a locker room, that's how I'd be looking at him. And I would probably talk to him like, especially me being an older guy than him, like, dog, like, that media don't love you, bro. Stop going to the media. Stop, talking about this shit in the media. It's not going to do you any favors. All it is bringing, now you got people asking us questions in our press conferences and shit. And no matter how much you think you can get it out the locker room, it's weighing down. So now, if when you go into the other game, that's everybody's thinking about what AJ's target is going to be instead of getting the job done and winning the game. So hopefully it can galvanize us. But I'm just not feeling it today. Maybe I'll feel different tomorrow about it. Maybe I'll feel different Friday about it. But right now, shout out to if Nick Sirianni, if you can get us through this shit, man, you the best coach in the NFL, bro. That's my thoughts. I'm standing on it. Peace. Shout out to my man DRZ Motorsports.